Back to School COVID Edition, Part 2. Everyone has an opinion about the best way to handle it. We'll talk to some of the decision makers. And how will Washington shape what's on the road over the next decade? We'll catch up on automotive news. Today is Sunday, August 15th, 2021. This is Flashpoint. Good morning and welcome to Flashpoint. I'm Jason Colthorpe, and when Devin is off, I like to talk about the less controversial topics, like masks in schools. This week, we've seen the temperature on this get very high, from state education meetings on down through local school boards. Why isn't there a uniform policy for all districts? And what factors played into the incredibly tough decisions superintendents and principals have had to make? Coming up, we'll talk to three prominent educators to get those answers and their thoughts on what the last 17 months has done to our kids. Plus, vehicles have taken center stage this week as well. The president trying to push through an effort to greatly increase the number of electric vehicles on the road in the next few years. And we may have seen the future of the auto show in Detroit this week, and it's an outdoor event. We'll get our analysts' take on those things and more. It's all this morning on Flashpoint. Kids are returning to school. Some will be wearing masks all the time, some not at all. Some have the option. Parents don't want their kids to have to mask up. For the young ones, it's incredibly difficult as it is, but with increasing numbers of kids being infected and hospitalized, the CDC and doctors recommend kids wear masks at school. Let's talk to some of those making the decisions. Superintendent of the state's largest school district, Detroit Public Schools Community District, Dr. Nikolai Vitti is with us. Also with us, Dr. Alina Zachary-Ross, Superintendent of the Ypsilanti School District, and the principal of Warren De La Salle, Brother Ken Kalinowski, is here. Dr. Vitti, let me start with you. You've been outspoken since the beginning of the pandemic when it comes to things the state has decided and what you might want to do. Did you prefer to be able to make the decision yourself that everyone wear masks in Detroit schools, or would you have liked to have seen the state step up here?
No, I appreciate the flexibility. I think context matters, and the community you're serving matters, and you have to be sensitive, thoughtful, reflective of what people that you're serving think and feel in this pandemic, and that varies across the country. It varies across Michigan, and so I don't think you can apply a one-size-fits-all approach to anything. Especially how schools respond to a pandemic. So for us, the flexibility to wear the mask or not to wear the mask, I think is the right one. Here in DPSCD, our community continues to be fearful of COVID. We have lower vaccination rates, and we've always been aligned with the CDC recommendation. So we are going to have a universal masking policy at the beginning of the year for vaccinated and unvaccinated students and employees.
And just to follow up quickly, you've had a good support from your school board as well on that, correct?
Correct. Yeah, that was a conversation that we really had privately amongst each other. We were, only a month ago, we were considering a masking requirement only for those that were unvaccinated. But after the CDC released its recommendation that at least indoors in schools, everyone should be masked, we move forward with that recommendation rather than considering the differentiation.
Yeah. Dr. Zachary-Ross, I want to bring you in here. In Ypsilanti schools, you also have a universal masking policy. And I know some of the things parents will point to when they don't want their kids to wear a mask is they think of health concerns, behavioral concerns. You've had this in place for a while. How would you say the kids in your district are adjusting to it?
The students have been so resilient during this pandemic, and they have been wearing the mask. We take mask breaks. We've seen that they come in now. It's a part of their habit and the routine. So they know that this is what's expected, that we haven't seen any behavior challenges. We've always had an online option. We'll have that option next year as well if there are people who have health challenges and who are not able to mask. Yet everyone in our community has rallied around this, knowing that we want our students in school. We want to use several mitigating measures, and this is just one of them.
Brother Ken, correct me if I'm wrong, your school, De La Salle, masked up last year and ended up being in person for a good chunk of the year, other than when the state forced you not to be in person. This year, masks are optional. Do you feel that normalcy is important or more important than safety here?
I feel normalcy is important. Safety, no. Safety is just as important. We will still have hand sanitizer in every room. All the desks will be washed after every class. The boys will be socially distanced. We have a large building, and we used every ounce of space to move the desks 3 to 6 feet apart. We did get parents who said, hey, it's my son, my choice. We also did get, you should have them mask up. So what we've asked is all of our faculty, they must prove that they've been immunized. Otherwise, they will be required to wear a mask. That's one. The other bit is we are following the directives of the Archdiocese of Detroit, as well as the CDC, their recommendations that put things in place as safe as possible. I agree with Dr. Ross. Our students have been resilient, and I agree with Dr. Vitti that a one-size-fits-all policy just is impractical, because we know, like our country, it's very divided as far as what side do you want to pick. We have found that last year we did offer virtual learning. Less than 4% of our students were virtual. Parents brought their boys to Catholic school, especially De La Salle, because we were in person 5 days a week. We had all our classes. We did not have a COVID outbreak here. And we proved that we can do it safely. And by and large, students are resilient. Students will do whatever you want. They're very happy just to be here, and they realize the parameters. So if you have to space out for the greater good, that's not a problem. And oftentimes it's we as adults who say, well, why is someone making me do this? Mm-hmm. I found our students to have, last year was the least number of complaints or discipline problems than we ever had. They were just happy to be with one another. And I think sometimes it's like we're forced to take a side, and instead of what can we do together.
Yeah, it's tough. And it's funny that you bring it up, because I know we've seen a lot of school board meetings where parents threaten to, I'm going to take them out of this school and go here where I know they're going to be in person. It's interesting that you've seen an influx. And I'm glad you brought up the divided nation part of this. I wanted to ask you all this, and I'll start with you, Dr. Zachary Ross, about when you talk to your universal masking there, when you talk to a parent who passionately declares that masks are not necessary, what do you say to that parent?
We've been very fortunate because we've been so consistent in our community where we haven't reached that level where parents have been adamant. If there had been about medical choices, we give them options. We talk about those choices. Yet, as we begin the school year, in this county anyway, we are at that significant level. And that's that same level that we ended up beginning the year last year. So if we look at where we were and the decisions we made based off of the data, we will be wearing masks if this were last year. And so when we bring the data to them and they've seen the information we've constantly communicated about what the CDC has recommended, our Washtenaw County Health Department also strongly recommends, even at this level, that there's universal masking. Most of the parents understand. And they understand this. Most of our students in our district are under 12 years old. And so this, by everyone wearing masks, we are thinking about those who don't have the opportunity to be vaccinated, as well as those who are vaccinated, who unfortunately, due to this breakthrough virus of the Delta variant, we're seeing that even vaccinated folks have the spread. If there's universal masking, they can stay in school, and there's options to have that sense of belonging that Brother Ken talked about. All of our students just want to be together. They want to have the interaction. They want to be in school.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you're all prepared to go back to virtual if and when possibly you need to, and it's the most difficult in your district, Dr. Vitti. I just wanted to ask, do you have anything up your sleeve if the in-person aspect of this has to take a break and you do have an outbreak?
Yeah, so, we dealt with outbreaks last year with running 100 buildings. 50,000 students at scale, but knowing that only about 10 to 12,000 students came back in person regularly last year, we managed through positive cases and outbreaks. We only had 20 outbreaks, which on the surface may seem a lot, but when you consider 100 buildings, it's rather minimal. And when we had few outbreaks, because we followed CDC guidelines on mitigation strategies from masking, cleaning, and late spring, we introduced weekly testing, which we're going to incorporate in the fall. And all employees, vaccinated or not, all students, vaccinated or not, will be tested every week. And we'll continue to test our student athletes once a week as well. So, we're doing everything that the science says to mitigate the spread and keep people safe. But to your question, if we do have to shift in a quarantine situation, all of our students now have access to a laptop with internet access. All of our curriculum last year was shifted to an online platform. And now our teachers are more comfortable teaching online. Our students are obviously more comfortable learning online. So in a quarantine situation, that class or group of students would go home for probably 14 days based on the current city health department guidelines, learn from home. If they're not showing symptoms, they come back. And if district-wide or an individual school has multiple outbreaks or the infection rate continues to climb, then we shift to online learning again, and due to the reality of last year, we'll be ready to do that.
Yeah. I have about 30 seconds for each of you to give me an answer on this. It's just an open-ended question. You've been talking to parents for these 17 months. What's the biggest observation maybe you've made or the biggest takeaway from start to finish with this? Brother Ken, I want to start with you on this.
I have to tell you, our theme last year, I had to think long and hard, was faith-filled flexibility. The idea that we're here for our teachers and our students, and we're going to have to make choices and sometimes pivot. All of a sudden, we're going to have to go to virtual if we have to. Or guess what? We're not eating in the cafeteria, we're eating in our classroom. We went cashless for lunch. But just know that we're doing the best that we can for the students entrusted to our care.
Dr. Zachary Ross, what have you learned in all of this?
Our motto in our district is stronger together. And we've learned through this pandemic that it's more important than ever that we're stronger together, that we're partners with our parents, we're partners with our community where we had learning labs. We are partners with our university next door, EMU. And so this year, we're going to lean into those partnerships. If we have to pivot, then we'll do so collectively as a partner with the parents, a partner with our students in learning, because we certainly are stronger together.
Dr. Vitti, I know you've probably, like everyone, have had countless conversations with parents. What always keeps coming up? What are you always trying to convey?
I would say on a personal level, leadership level, I've really learned the virtue of patience. This last year. That's on a personal level. But I think what our community was reaffirmed to know and knew before emergency management, but I think the sense of trust improved, our relationship with the community improved, and everyone was reminded about how important traditional public education is. We fed over 1 million families at the height of the pandemic, passed out 50,000 laptops or devices with embedded internet, creating hubs, and repaired almost 30,000 devices that were broken or lost. And so I think everyone just was reaffirmed about the importance and value of traditional public education, that no matter what's happening, government through the public school system can serve families and children, especially best in the educational space. And I think that was an important lesson and a reminder and a point of pride for a lot of Detroiters.
Well, I certainly wish all three of you the best of luck as students head back and in your challenges that you all certainly will have this school year. Thanks again for joining us this morning, and to all my guests. We'll be back to tackle the latest from the automotive world next on Flashpoint.